Another very interesting topic: rules of growth. Rules of growth. Growth, as you know, is not optional. You are either growing or dying. You are either growing or dying. And there is a need for us to grow in every facet of our life. And I'm going to be talking about the spiritual growths on my next life. But today we'll look at the basic growth for today. That's what I prepared for. The basic growth for today. So hopefully my next life I'll be talking about spiritual growth, why we need to grow spiritually. But today I want to talk about the physical growth. The other areas as a human, we must intensify efforts to grow. Growth by right, it's meant for human. None of us are supposed to remain stay for decades. We're supposed to be growing, in every areas of our lives. And if there are parts in your life that is not growing, then something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere. That's the reason why there is a need for us to grow in every facet, in every areas of our life. So today I'm going to discuss some points how to enhance your growth, how to develop your growth, how to set an environment that will help aid your growth. Remember, I'll give us an example for some of us that have farmed at one point in time. Farmers, you discover when they want to plant their seed, they will prepare the ground very well. They will fertilize the ground, do ridges, do a lot of things, till the ground and all. Why? To aid the seed to grow so that it can yield a good and bountiful fruits. That's why they do all of that. So, as a human, we have to also have a place like that. We have to prepare a place. All of that are in the point I'll be discussing. So, and now I'll begin by telling us that the first step we must take is stay consistent. Stay consistent. Whatever you want to do or whatever you are doing already, the thing that aids growth is consistency. Consistency. If you are not consistent, your growth will not be seen. Stay consistent. Even though you are not seeing results, even though no improvement, but keep at what you are doing. Keep at it. Growth happens through small daily efforts, not random big ones. A lot of us, we are so much in a hurry. We want to, grow overnight. We want to get to that place overnight. We want to ensure that we get all of that together. But it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You must understand this. That's the key. You must understand that growth happens through the small daily efforts we are putting in. That is where you develop the growths that you need. Then another thing also we must not take out of it is embrace discomfort. Embrace discomfort. A lot of us, we are afraid to leave our comfort zone. We are afraid to do things that is not comfortable with us. And your growth is in this comfort zone. Growth begins when comforts end. Growth begins when comforts end. You want to grow, but you stay in your comfort zone. How is it going to work? How is it going to be? It can never happen. We don't grow in our comfort zone because the body just wants to relax. The body wants to sleep. The brain goes to sleep. But your brain becomes more effective when it's in a discomfort zone. When it's what? In a discomfort zone. That is where you begin to see that your growths begin to take effect. The brain begins to work. You see a lot happening in your life. That is how it works. Discomfort is the best place to stay if indeed you want to grow. Then keep learning. Keep learning. Learning is another thing that aid our growth. Learning is another thing that aid our growth. Because if you want to grow, let's be sincere, wisdom don't come to a man who stays in one place. You don't gain knowledge by staying in your comfort zone. Your knowledge happens by you going towards it, looking for it, seek for it. That is how to earn. Every new skill or knowledge adds to your value. Remember, as you are learning on a daily basis, you are adding to your values, and the more valuable you are, the more important you become, the more rare you become in the society. That's the way it works. So when you are not in that realm of learning, your value is not increasing. Rather, it's decreasing. Remember, we are not created to stay in one spot. We are created to grow in every facet of our life till we leave this world. So don't get comfortable. Don't get used to staying in one place. Learn to tell yourself, I want to grow. And I will go seeking for any means to grow. Because growth is part of our life. Then you must set clear goals. Set clear goals. A lot of people have goals. Almost everyone have goals, but their goals are vague. Their goals are not clear. Their goals are not time bound. Their goals are not, it doesn't have that deadline. I want to be rich. What are you doing? You're not doing anything. Anybody says, I want to be rich. That's a goal, but that goal is too vague. What do you want to do that makes you rich? You must be okay, I want to start selling so. I want to go into learning this thing that will make me become competent, that people can hire me to render this service. That is a goal. Then you will ask, okay, this is the time frame I want to engage in this thing. That is a goal. That's a clear goal. But when you say, I want to be rich, you didn't tell us what you want to do to be rich. I want to be healed. You didn't tell us how you want to put yourself together, that you want to get that healing. You want to live healthy. What are you doing? What kind of food are you eating? All of these things count. So you must be able to set things in place that will aid you to take action. Your goal is not to go until you start acting on it. That's what goal means. We say, I have a goal, but you are not doing anything about the goal. That's not goal. A goal is something that you have clearly defined, clearly set out, and you act on it. You act on it. That is what a goal is all about. You don't become and say, I want to be this. I want to be healthy. But you are not eating in line with what you say you want to do. It doesn't work. So learn to learn to have a set, clear goals that will aid you to take action in line with what you said you are ready to do. Then take responsibility. That's another powerful point. Take what? Responsibility. Taking responsibility simply means stop blaming others on your own. Own your own journey. Stop pointing fingers. Today is not my fault. I'm where I am. It's because the economy. It's because my parent. You keep pointing fingers, keep blaming people back and forth. And that's the reason why you have not been able to own the things yourself. That's why you have not been able to take responsibility, because you have taken yourself out of the picture. You call this one, this is the reason. Why didn't you do this one? These fellows cost it. Why didn't you do this one? This one is the reason. So by the end of the day, you will be well relaxed. So, it wasn't my fault. Oh, you understand? You can say that people has been the reason why I am where I am. You will accept it. But when you say, no, it's my fault, I am the reason why I am where I am. And if I want to go to the next level, it is my responsibility to get myself there. Then the day you take responsibility, the day you own your journey, whatever happened in my journey depends on me. Then you will see yourself, you will switch into action. Begin to walk in light to see that you are on your way to where you want to go. But when you are not, all you do on daily basis, you sit back, fold your legs. It's my papa. Oh, my father didn't train me. My mother didn't give me the training I needed. My uncle disappointed me. The economy is too harsh. The government of the day is bad. We all know these things, and it's true. Everything you said are correct. You never lied. That's the key. You didn't lie. Everything you are saying now is correct. But who cares? Nobody cares about who caused your issue. What people are after, you have taken up, you have owned it, and you are now working on it. You have become an adult. So what do? You start working on it. Anything they did that made you who you are. So how can I correct these things? How can I develop this thing? How can I work on this thing? It's what you should be thinking of. Not what someone else did that put you where you are. There are people who also encountered the same problem you had, but they never let that stop them. They find a way around it. And that is why they are where they are. That's why they are great. That's why they are being celebrated today. Because why? They knew it wasn't easy, but they never allowed that to stop them or deter them from what they want in life. So you are not the only person that is having that same issues you are complaining about. Millions of people also have it, but some never let that stop them. They said, no, I'm owning, it's my life. I know what is good for me. I was young, you decide this one. But now that I'm of age, I'll decide how I want my life to be. That is where you are. That is where you come in and play that role. Now, the next point is that be patient. A lot of us are impatient. We are so much in a hurry. We are so much in a hurry. We want something you start today. You want it by the next day, you want to be at the top with the fellow who has been in that same thing for years. Be patient with yourself. Patience is the key to everything in life. Patience. Time. Give it time. Give it time. It's very important. Give it time. It's a real progress takes time. Real progress takes time. Real progress takes time. So it's important that we learn to understand that time is the ultimate of everything. Give it time. There is often said that time is a healer. Time is a revealer. Are you with me? So time is very important. Let's give ourselves time. You'll grow. Yes, that growth you are looking for will happen, but you need to give yourself time, because time is a healer, time is a revealer, time is all that really brings out all the truths in anything you are doing. Time will reward you as time progresses. That is what time does. Be patient. Patient is very, very key. Surround yourself wisely. Surround yourself what? Wisely. Now, you see, I've said this time also that show me your friend, I'll show you your future. And you are the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. You are the average of 5 people that you spend most of your time with. People around you can lift or limit your growth. You must be wise when choosing friends, when choosing people you want to surround yourself with. I'll give you a practical example here with this. I remember before I started creating my YouTube channel, having my platforms across all other platforms, I when I got the calling to be doing what I'm doing now, I told myself, what do I do? First thing first, I all my friends that were not going the same direction with me, I cut them off. That I know they will distract me, I cut them off. Two, I ensure that everything I do online, I want to hang around people that are doing what I'm doing so that I can learn from them. They can teach me. So as a matter of fact, I disable most of my platforms because they were distraction as at the time. Because I need people around me now that are doing what I want to do, doing well in what I want to do. So there is a need to, surround ourselves wisely with people that can help us grow, not those that can limit us. We have so many friends that they are not intentionally limiting you, but because where you are going is not where they are going, they can limit you. They can even talk you out of your mission or goals. So that is why you must be wise who you spend most of your time with. Can we do without them, or can we do away with them completely? No. But learn to maximize your time with people who are adding to you, not those who are subtracting from you. Learn from people or hang around people, make friends with people who are better off than you, who are going the same journey with you, who are even ahead of you. Ahead. Those are the people you should continue to move with. Those are the people you should hang out with, because they are the one that will aid and help you get to the top. Not those who are limiting you. They will never give you what you are looking for. So hang around friends. Create an environment that aid growth for you. Then reflect often. Reflect often. What do I mean by reflect? Evaluate your action and adjust when needed. Evaluate your action and adjust when needed. You will agree that, you see, from time to time, examine yourself. Evaluate all the actions you have been moving or taking. Is this action in line with what I want to do? Am I actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Is what I did yesterday really the right thing I should do? And one thing is this: we confuse good thing and right thing. A lot of us, 95% of people engage in doing good things. Good things are very easy to do. To you and to the people close to you, you are doing good. You are doing good. But of course, you are not supposed to be doing good thing. You are supposed to be doing the right thing. Good thing don't move you forward. Good thing only kind of take care of only today. Just today. That's what good thing does. It's the right thing that build, add value, enhance your growth, not good things. But a lot of us today, we engage in good things because that is what the people commend. That's what people like. I'll give you a practical example how to, know good and bad. For example, a young boy who is, say, 15, 16, 17 years old or 20 years, who's supposed to be in school, studying for the future. He goes and pick up a job. He was working, not working maybe in any of the factory, making money. He had the medium to go to school. Not that he doesn't have assistant or whatever, but because he want quick money, because he want to buy iPhone, he want to, show big, he started working at age 16 when he ought to have been going to school. Yes, he can do the work part-time. There's nothing wrong. But education comes first. But he leave the education, he was working and he was making money. What he's doing at that time is a good thing. Working, a young man who wants to work I mean, make some money for himself without indulging in stealing and all of that. That's a good thing. That was never a bad thing. But the thing now is that what that young man supposed to be doing at 16, at 15, working, making money? No. He can do it as part-time, like I said, but the right thing at that time is supposed to go to school, impacting himself. That is exactly how he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be what? Impacting himself, building himself, capacitating himself for the future. That's the right thing. That's not, the working is the good thing, schooling is the right thing. So a lot of us today, we leave the right thing, we are doing the good thing. And good things, what the people will tell you, oh, that's right, that's good, that's good, that's good. But that's not the right thing. So that's the reason why it's very important we need to evaluate ourselves, evaluate our actions. What I've done today, all the things I've put into action today, were they actually right? Were they the things I'm supposed to be doing? Or they were just a good thing? Because good things don't really add to your growth. Right thing does. Right thing does. Then stay humble. Stay humble. To be humble means growth requires learning, and learning needs humility. Yes. You see, it's very hard for you to see people to come and sit under their fellow men and say they want to learn. But when you see someone who has what you don't have, then you can sit under. It doesn't matter who that fellow is, whether it's your senior or junior, or you are even more educated than him, but he has a certain skill, a certain information that you don't have. Humble yourself and go and learn it. That's why staying humble is very, very key. It takes humble to learn under a fellow human like you, even so at a point who is not even up to your standard. You must learn. You understand? So you must learn. Learn something that will help you be your best version. If anybody who knows better than you, who knows all that you need to know, go to that fellow and learn. Learn. Stay humble is one of the things that will enables you to learn. Because if you are not humble, if you are a person who has that pride, that ego, why should I go to him? What did he know? Who is he? And so on and so forth. But I want to tell you, you must learn to humble yourself, especially if you need something that can be of help to you. You understand? Or aid you or add value to your life. So that is exactly what it is when it comes to that. Now proceed to another one. Take full responsibility for your life. I've talked this before, but I will reiterate on it. Take full responsibility for your life. Full responsibility. My life is mine. If it has to be, it's up to me. My destiny is in my hand. Is in my hand. Take full responsibility. Stop blaming others. Growth starts the moment you own your actions and decisions. Whatever happens, I am in charge. I'll take it myself. I'll take it myself. Cut off toxic people. Toxic people. Cut them off. Your circle impacts your future. Protect your peace. Your circle impacts your future. I've said it before. You are the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. Show me your friend. I'll show you your future. I can tell you, if I say the people you hang around with, most of the time, not just once in a while, the people you hang around with, most of the time, if I seize them, I can tell you where you will be 5, 10 years from now. I will call you, I will tell you exactly, I say, okay, from the people I saw you spend most of your time with on daily basis, this is where you're going to be 5 years from now. This is where you will be 10 years from now. But if you desist from such people and form people that have they're different thing, I also will tell you where that one will lead you. It's as simple as that. I am where I am today as a result of the friends I hang around with all the time. All the time. Why? Because what I'm doing today is what they do. Yes, what I'm doing now is what they are doing as well. So that's the reason why the people you hang around with, what they talk about, what they think about, how they do things is what, before you know, you start doing the same thing like they do. So that's why it's important. You must have to understand this. Take responsibility, cut out those people, and you'll be glad you did. Another thing you must know, that don't chase people. Stop chasing. Chasing people won't take you anywhere. Nobody send you. Nobody cares. Don't chase anybody. It doesn't work. The right ones will stay. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Who I am today is because I have learned to focus on myself, develop myself, by myself. That's what I did. I hang around people that are better off than me, that are doing what I'm doing today. Yes, of course. I hang around them. I learn from them. Instead of me chasing people, I start adding value to myself on daily basis. I do it on daily basis. So if you want to be great, if there's anything you wish to become in life, look out for such people. Look out for them. They are everywhere. Thank God for the internet. Gone are the days when you say, oh, I don't have such people in my circle. I live in a village where I don't even meet people who are doing what I want to do. We have the internet today. Instead of wasting your time watching entertainment and what is not. Look out for such people and connect to them. Connect to them. You are the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. You don't necessarily need to be physical. Most of the people today that are doing what I am doing now, I never met them physically on ground. It has always been online. I hang around with them online. I hang around them with books. With books. On their books, I read their books back to back. That's what I do. I read their books. I do a lot. That's what I do. And that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing today. My boldness didn't come overnight. It took time. By hanging with these people, discussing today. Do you know when you buy somebody's book, okay, you are reading that book, you have bring that fellow to your house, he's with you. You are digesting the fellow's book day in, day out. Day in and day out. So that is the reason why it's important you do the needful. Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't do that. Don't let anybody deceive you. Anybody that tells you today, I cannot read, that means you are not ready to grow. Thank God we even have audio books now online. If you cannot sit down, sit your ass down and read book. Plug it into your ear and start listening. Listen to it. Do you know, whenever you feed your mind with books, you are developing your mind. Your mind is getting stronger. One of the ways to build mind is by reading. Anybody that tells you there's any other means, na lie. Reading, study, seriously. I'm a student of Dr. Mans. Yes, I study his books. There was a day I took $200. I provoked that day. I took $200. I went to bookstore. I spent everything on his books. I bought them all. The ones I can buy with it that very day. They are brand new ones. I bought them. And I gave myself 3 months. I said I must finish all these books. Then I wasn't reading with glass. I don't use glass. When I was having issues reading with, I went and get glass. Yes, of course. I took medicated glass just to make sure I study. And since then, my life never remains same. Not just his book. There are other mentors of mine, and I don't joke with their books. Whenever their books is out, I purchase it. The one online, I buy. Why do I do all of this? Because I want to be like them. I want to go into their mind. How do they think? What made them who they are? That's the key. What made them who they are? If you want to be like me, it's not by my physical look. How do I think is what you should be thinking of. How does this person think? What does he think of? Who is he? Who is he? So that is where you can be like that fellow. If you just look at the way the person dress, the way the person talk, yes, they are good, but that's not the main thing. The main thing, if you really want to act like somebody, peep into the fellow's brain, and by knowing what he knows, that is what makes you be like that fellow. Think like that fellow. Think like that fellow. Remember when, what's it called? The disciples of Jesus Christ, at a point in time, they said they are like Christ. Why? Because they have stayed so long with Jesus, they have peeped into his brain, they now begin to think like him, act like him, behave like him. And I said, look at them, like Christ. Because they were not talking like Christ. Not just the dressing. Dressing is okay. But there is a need for you to start, stay with the fellow, follow them bomber to bomber. Listen to them. Because by listening, by learning, if they have materials, get the materials, study the materials, you are peeping into their brains. That's the way it works. We don't think, why do they say when you have a mentor, you don't think, if you pour oil on my head, that is very common. Let me sow into his life, then his grace will follow me. There's nothing wrong doing that. But the in thing, go and settle down, study most of the things he does. Read most of his books. You peep into his brain. How does he think? How does he think? Remember, even David does that a lot. David was always inquisitive. You want to know what God is thinking. How could God be thinking now? How could he be thinking? Because David was after God's mind. But a lot of us were after God's hand. What he want to bless us with. God bless me, bless me. All we are all thinking is blessing, blessing, blessing. But the other fellow that is always after the mind of God. How could God be thinking? And when you think like God, you can do what God does. But when you're always after what he gives, then if he give you today, he might not give you tomorrow. It ends there. But when you think like that fellow, you act like him. You do things like him. That was exactly what I did. I think like them, behave like them, talk like them. You don't necessarily need to talk like them. Learn from them. You use it better than the way they do it. That's the way it is. Don't just go and say, I want to do this. Don't do that. Do it in a manner where you can be great. So that is exactly how it works. I am very, very much interested in learning because I love to learn. Because I know if I want to be anything I want, is as a result of learning. Patient, like we said before, be patient. Humility, humble yourself down. Bring yourself down and learn from these people. There are great men out there. Whatever it is you want today, whatever it is you are looking for today, someone has done it before. Even done it better than anything. So you can learn from such people. So you don't have an excuse today to say, what I wanted to do, I haven't seen anyone that have done it before. It's a lie. Some people have done it 1 million times. 1 million times. Look out for them and follow them. Stop wasting your time with all these unnecessary things that is going on online. Some of us come online and we